This morning, President Obama is banking on support of NATO allies in two world conflicts. The president will fly to Estonia this afternoon for meetings with Eastern European leaders. He plans on reassuring the Baltic states they have American support if Russia threatens a takeover like the one in eastern Ukraine.
The president will also meet with allies to discuss controlling the terror group ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Bill Plante is at the White House, where the administration is under pressure to take stronger action. Bill, good morning.
That's for sure. Good morning, Nora. The president has taken a real beating over his statement last week that there's no strategy yet for military operations against the Islamic militants in Syria. And that has only reinforced the perception that he's disengaged. So between that and the situation in Ukraine, the stakes are very high for his trip to Estonia and the NATO meeting in Wales. White House officials say the president will focus on reaffirming support for Ukraine and the Baltic states, advancing the drawdown of NATO troops in Afghanistan, and the growing threat of the Islamic militant group ISIS in Iraq and Syria.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The president will meet with British Prime Minister David Cameron, who announced Monday that at least 500 British, 700 French, and 400 Germans had gone to Syria and Iraq to fight. In order to safeguard travel, Cameron says that he wants police in the UK to have the authority to confiscate passports of people they believe have been radicalized, trying to return after fighting in the region.
We will, in the end, defeat this extremism, and we will secure our way of life for generations to come.
Cameron's announcement comes as ISIS released the third issue of its English online magazine, Baltic. In it, the militant group shows mass executions, the group's latest so-called conquests, and a section on the execution of journalist James Foley. The group claims that Foley's blood is on Obama's hands for the continued campaign of airstrikes in Iraq. But at home, critics say the president is not doing enough.
The problem all summer long is the president's been reacting.
James Carafano is a national security expert at the Heritage Foundation.
This cannot go on. I mean, I think the administration is going to have to step up to the plate. And if anything, I think they'll come back from NATO with feeling pressure, even more pressure to step up to the plate.
But the U.S. also wants its NATO partners to step up to the plate and toughen sanctions on Russia. The president's first stop is Estonia, a NATO member on Russia's border. And a White House official says that is to send a message to Russia, in his words, don't even think about messing around in Estonia or any of the Baltic states the way you have in Ukraine.
Bill, thank you so much.